All right. How are we doing, everyone? I can't hear very well. I'm going to turn up the volume. There we go. That's better. Hey, everyone. It's good to see you. It is time for another edition of Another Eden Live. Number 30. Number 30. Can you... I've got the mic a little bit lower than I usually do. How do I sound? Do I sound... Does it... Can you hear me clearly? Does it sound a little echoey or anything? Want to try to be a little bit more presentation oriented if I can. Volume a bit low. Sound good? All right, I'm gonna keep it down here. If anybody feels like it's not sounding clear, I'll hold it up a little bit closer. But anyway, a couple people are saying slightly low. Hold on. Let's try to get this a little better. Okay. How about this? I gotta lean in a little bit, but that's okay. Anyway, this is the 30th time. This is the 30th time we're doing another one of these, Another Eden Lives. Very excited today. Today's gonna be probably a little bit shorter than some of our recent ones. We've had a lot of big ones recently with like global anniversaries and crossovers and all of that. Relatively, this will be a little bit more concise than previous streams, but still excited all the same because today in Japan it is National Cat Day. And you know, here at Another Eden, the cat beyond time and space, we're excited about National Cat Day. Do want to make mention here at the top for all of you. Want to make sure we apologize on behalf of the team. At Right Flyer, there was a bit of a delay in getting out today's update, but we did manage to get that out a couple hours ago. So if you haven't already downloaded the update, you can go ahead and do that now. Once again, apologies for the delay. And with that little bit of housekeeping, let's get right into it. As said, today is National Cat Day, and to celebrate National Cat Day, we have a special offer. We have 220 Chrono Stones just for logging in today. This is available today only. If you have not logged in yet today, you've got about 4-ish more hours, I think. Trying to do times. It's 8 p.m. here in Japan right now. 2:59 p.m. UTC. Just a few more hours, basically, to claim this 220 Chrono Stones. 220 because National Cat Day, you know, it's February 22nd. Ni. Nya, nya, nya. That's why it's National Cat Day here in Japan. So 220 Chrono Stones for you. If you pick that up within the next few hours, please don't forget to do so. In addition, the other way we are celebrating, we've just recently on our social media, on our X, formerly Twitter, and our Facebook, we have a little Varuo profile picture frame for you. You can go ahead and save that image, and you can add it to your profile picture on your various social medias, wherever it may be relevant. I will be putting this on my personal Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it these days. Proudly and happily. How's everybody doing, by the way? I've got ahead of myself. Usually I have better bedside manner than this. I ask how you all are doing. I didn't do that today. How are you guys doing? It does appear, somebody mentioned that there is comment lag. It does appear there is a little bit of lag. I feel like I'm getting ahead of some of the comments here. Glad to hear that you're good, Jack, and fine, X-Gamer, and great, losers. I'm doing well. I was actually a little bit worried I might be getting sick yesterday, but turned out I was just very tired. So got plenty of sleep and I'm all better We would like to, in the spirit of National Cat Day in Japan, we would like to share with you some interesting statistics that you may or may not know about, I guess, about the fandom in the global version of Another Eden. I have a list here of the most used kitty companions in the global version of Another Eden, the Cat Beyond Time and Space. Obviously, everybody knows the first one is going to be Veruo, but I wonder if you all could take a guess at who after Veruo, who the most used cat is among the global community. And we actually have a ranking all the way 1 through 10, but I want to hear what you all think. Who do you think everybody uses the most outside of Veruo, other than Veruo, as their primary cat companions, the most used cat companions? Guesses include Langelo, Gears, Recat, Isaac. Yeah, number one is, there's no, I don't consider it a spoiler to say that number one is Veruo. Chain, Tato, Recat, a couple of Recat guesses. Uchiba, Buriki. I think, interestingly, I think you may be surprised by the results. Let's take a look at those now. Kuchiba's got some love. Kuchiba is love. Kuchiba is life. So obviously, as we said, number one is Veruo. Number two, Nadeshiko. Number three, Sarasa. Number four, Vigo. Number five, Gear. I did see a Gear guess. I think I also saw an Omen guess. Then we have Millie, Fun, Pluto, and Dada. How do we feel about these rankings? What do you think? Look, these are not our rankings. Once again, this is just the data. All I'm sharing is data of the most used kitty companions in the global version of Another Eden. No recap. You know, I was a little bit surprised too. I was a little bit surprised that Recat did not crack the top 10 here. Omen deserves better? I mean, Omen's in the top 10. And there's some heavy hitters behind Omen there. You got Pluto, Fon, Dada. Those are all worthy entrants to the top 10, I think, too. I wonder what it says, if anything, about the Another Eden global community that Nadeshiko is. I don't think anybody guessed Nadeshiko. I wonder what it says that this is the most used kitty companion. Probably not too much. Now, Scott Cathon, Communicat, yeah, Communicat manager. The next thing I have is some data about the most exchanged, not the most used necessarily, but the most exchanged for equipment, cat equipment. Any guesses here? Any guesses as to when, or not when, what kind of cat equipment? I think I won't spoil number one this time, but I have a feeling that a lot of you will probably get number one. What do we think? What do we think is the most exchanged for? I know, like, my first thing that I exchanged for is on this list. I'm looking at a tiny thumbnail of it because it's the next thing. Meowcorum. Meowcorum. A lot of guesses for Cat Community Manager, Absolute Chrono. I see you. We have Cyrus's Scarf, a lot of Meowcorum guesses. I think you might be surprised where Meowcorum is ranked. And once again, this is not like a popularity contest. Nobody voted on any survey or anything. This is simply what is most commonly the most exchanged for cat equipment in the global version. So let's take a look at this list. Coming in at number 1, something I didn't see. I thought you guys would guess this one, and I didn't see a guess. Maybe I missed it, but the Lynx Delivery Cat comes in at number 1, followed by Cat Owl, Rock Collar, the Miglance Crown Meows, White Mustache, and White Mustache, actually, the White Mustache is the one that the first cat shop equipment item that I exchanged for. Conium Tosol, the Meowgatory Scythe, Dark Kitty's Mantle, Rose Cravat, and then coming in at number 10, everybody, the most guessed one here, number 10 is Meowcorum. Once again, this is just our data, what we have found in the game that to be the thing that you all, the global community, are exchanging for the most. All right, well, with that little bit of fun out of the way, I hope you all enjoyed that. With that little bit of fun out of the way, we actually have an exciting campaign that an interactive campaign that you will all get to participate in more ways than just the usual social media engagement kind of, especially if you have any artistic tendencies. So we are debuting. You may our social media post may be out. Not quite sure if it's out yet. If it's not out right now, it'll be out any minute. And if it's not even out right now, I'll show you. I'll give you some more details here. We have a cat design campaign that we are kicking off today. Calling all kitties. 2 to 3 cats worldwide will be selected by the dev team to be implemented in the game. This is your chance to get your cat. You can get your cat into another Eat in the Cat Beyond Time and Space. So please review the participation rules before you submit your entry. First, you need to follow this account. This graphic is going to go out on multiple social media platforms. So Facebook, Twitter, or X. Need to follow. Complete the design sheet, which I'll show you in just a second. If you're on Twitter or X, post it with the hashtag AECatDay. Post your design. And then on Facebook, you can post your design with the hashtag, same hashtag, AECatDay, as a comment on the campaign post. So that will be going on from now. Submission period starts today through March 12th at 2:59 p.m. UTC. We will do need to mention that the designs that are submitted, you can only get them implemented if we have your direct consent. So, keep an eye out on your DMs or your, follow-up to make sure that if we do, in fact, follow up with you and you want, that we can get your consent to put your design in the game. And with that, let's look at the design sheet. So this... I'm not sure if it's gone out yet, but this is the design sheet for our cat design contest. You can see up here, you got to put your name. Obviously, this is the name of the cat, not your name. So your cat's name, the gender of the cat, personality of the cat. You must choose one from these that list up there. Alexander, it's already out? Okay, yeah. So it's already out right now. You can download, you can print out this sheet if you want to draw it in by hand and then scan it, whatever. Or you probably what would be a lot clearer is if you use some sort of tool app to create your design. So pick one personality from here. A note that we have different angles available for you to color in to try. You can be eligible to be selected if you only color one of 3 sides. You don't necessarily have to fill in all 3 cats in order to be eligible. Please do not put any cat equipment on on these cats. No like scarves, hats, collars, anything like that. Just fur. The eye for, you'll notice that there are some like reference points for eyes. Those are purely reference points. You do not have to you do not have to draw the eyes in exactly that outline. You can draw any expression that you wish. And you can also adjust the body shape and form. But just, don't go crazy. If you want to make your cat a little bit chunkier or a little bit slimmer, you can do those things within reason, of course. Yeah, that's our cat design campaign. Please keep an eye. Please keep an eye. Please keep an eye on our social media. I believe there may be more details as well. But this design sheet will be there. We do very much look forward to seeing your designs. So now we actually do have a little bit of update info. I told you this is going to be a little bit of a more of a concise, a little shorter stream today, but there is a little bit to talk about. We have version 3.5.7 now, and with that, Meowella has been introduced, the shadow of unmatched radiance. So with Meowella's AS, we also have another edition of everybody's favorite strategy guide, Backy's Battle Tips, Meowella AS Edition. So here we go into Backy's Battle Tips first. Meowella has a unique way of strengthening a specific ally. Now you will need to be intentional about Meowella's placement within the party, and we'll explain why here. With Lunatic Plus, you activate Lunatic for 3 turns, and user gains Mind's Eye for 3 turns. You can activate this only once per battle, and it stacks Virtus on an ally in the slot to the user's right. Now, when we say the user is Meowella AS. Whoever is to the right of when you look at the party screen, whoever is to the right at the bottom when you're in battle, your characters are listed on their faces are at the bottom of the screen. So whoever is to the right of Meowella will have Virtus stacked on them. If Meowella is in the 4th slot on the far right, then Virtus will be stacked on the character in the far left. Is that clear to everybody? I just want to make sure that we all get that. It's not Meowella's right. Like if Meowella's in battle, it's not her right side. It's actually her left side if she's facing the enemy. It's to the right of the icon at the bottom. To the left, to the left. Not to the left, to the right. Manning. Man in the metal mask. I should read the full username so I don't have weird pronunciation. What if she's facing west? Another Eden Adventures asks. Regardless of the direction she is facing, it will still be the same relative direction to her. Once again, the easiest way is at the bottom of the screen or in the party screen. Whoever is to the right of Meowella. And it's not going to hit the people in reserves. If it's in the 4th slot, doesn't go to somebody in reserves. It goes to the person on the far left. Let's move on, or this actually won't be the shorter stream that I thought it was going to be. So stacks Virtus on the ally in the slot to the user's right. That's to Meowella's right. The user gains Kaleido based on the stacked ally's type personality and Flexible based on the weapon type, which is persistent. If Virtus is applied to a different ally, this stack of Virtus will expire. So Virtus can only be applied to one ally at a time. When it's stacked on Meowella, stats except for HP and MP are increased by 1/6 of the stat values of the ally with Virtus. If the user or the stacked ally is not in the front line at turn start, the effect ends. When stacked on an ally, the stats, except for hit points and magic points, increase by 1/6 of Meowella's stat value. If Meowella or the stacked ally is not in the front line at the turn start, the effect ends. Meowella, one of the great things about Meowella is that she is a great and versatile attacker in any party. Horatio, it inflicts pain and poison on all enemies 5 turns, ignore target resistance, and water type resistance down 50%, and crystal type resistance down 50%. Users water type attack plus 50%, and crystal type attack plus 50%. With Virtus ally, if a Virtus is stacked on an ally in the front line, the buff and debuff type changes based on the stacked ally's type personality, and the buff also applies to ally with Virtus. When in Lunatic, the effect is increased by 1.5 times. How are we doing in chat? Just want to make sure we're following. Fetus Nittins, preemptive crystal type piercing attack on all enemies times 2 XL, and damage increased when target is poisoned or pained, max times 4, and inflict break. Party's critical rate plus 100%, and magic critical rate plus 100% for 3 moves. And when in Lunatic, their strength is increased times 3. Let me get out of the way here of some of this text so you can see it all. Unlock the Stellar board to bring out Meowella's strengths right from the start of battle. The Stellar skill Reflexio, after unlocking Stellar skill plus Crystal type piercing attack on all enemies double XL, and user gains all weapon type damage plus 50%, and increased damage against weak points for 3 turns, and Barrier Pierce for 2 moves. Buff and Barrier Pierce also apply to ally with Virtus, so keep that in mind. In Stellar Burst, weapon type damage buff effect increased times 1.5, and Gradia on self. With Gradia stacked at turn end, Crystal type piercing attack on all enemies XL. Strength increase based on damage dealt by that turn by ally with Virtus, and consumes Gradia max 30 times. The additional ability before unlocking ability plus at battle start, activate Lunatic plus. After unlocking ability plus, activate Lunatic plus and user's critical rate plus 100% and magic critical rate plus 100% for 1 move. Her Stellar skill becomes more powerful by stacking Virtus on the attacker. Unlock additional ability on the Stellar board and stack Virtus from the start of battle. Her own type changes based on the Virtus stack, so she can fit into any party. And her skills are easy to understand and use, making her easy to manage. Compatible allies. Crimson Reaper Ilulu, Elseal, and Felmina ES are some good ones. However, as Backy said, she is quite versatile. Can be compatible with more than just these 3. I can think of somebody that Meowella may wish was a compatible ally here. Backy recommends Water types, which has no Stellar Awakening character at this time, but she's versatile enough to be useful in any party. And that said, she shines best in a party with one other strong attacker. Can you think of a Water character that might have a strong attack? Nibsky, yeah, there you go, Nibsky. Nibsky? I love how Radica doesn't even talk about Meowella. So with that, let's talk about some of the banners that we're going to see with this update. First, Meowella's another style will be Stellar Awakened as a pickup bonus. This is the Fateful Encounter for another style Oberon. Encounter after Stellar Awakening to receive an additional 10 light points, and her another style will appear at a rate of 10% on the 10th encounter. This is through March 10th. All times are, I believe, 2:59 p.m. UTC. Not Sky, Ski, Nibsky. Good. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up, Nibsky. Next one, Fateful Encounter, Boundless Heights / Edition. No pickup bonus on this one, but on the 10th encounter, you are guaranteed to encounter one of the featured 5-star class allies. And that's a pretty good list right there. That's a good collection of heroes. This one as well. I think both of them were through March 10th, right? Yeah, March 10th. And then also the Crystal Secrets edition of the Faithful Encounter. You can encounter, once again, there's no pickup bonus, but you can encounter the following characters at a 10% rate each on the 10th encounter. Philly Lily, Alma, and Mariel. That's extra style, another style, and extra style, respectively. So those are our banners. Let's look a little bit into the future. Ahead of, we've had this update's out now. A lot of it you've already known. So let's look to see what's coming up a little bit later down the road. First, Tiramisu is getting her Stellar Awakening Dragon Ruler. There we go. And not only that, we have another character that's going to be coming. I feel like I saw some guesses. Anybody want to take a guess at who I'm about to reveal? I'll give you a hint. It's another style. Another style. We've got Daisy, Cuervo, Udu, Daisy, Ozuki. I think Ozuki already has another style. Claire, Beyond Pride. Some of you got it. It is Daisy is going to be the flower of purgatory blooms in the mortal realm. Daisy's getting her another style in March. Just around the corner. March is just a week away at this point. To be released in March 2024. More details on that later. Stay tuned to our social media about that. So to summarize what we talked about for the version previously, for the version 3.5.7 update, Meowella's Another Style Oberon will be added to the encounters. We've got a collection of fateful encounters, including Another Style Oberon, Boundless Heights Slash Edition, and Crystal Secrets Edition. You have until February 22nd. That is today, according to that invisible watch I wear. Don't forget get it to claim today's special item. If you haven't already, once again, that is going to expire in just a few hours from now. So be sure to log in if you haven't collected it already. And we have our cat design campaign. It is underway now. If you head to our social media, Facebook or Twitter or X, you can find the design sheet that I showed you earlier. And submit your entry to have a chance to have your cat implemented into another Eden. Then, looking forward to the future, we have 5-star Tiramisu, normal style Dragon Ruler, will receive Stellar Awakening, and I don't know. You guys got ahead of me if you saw it. I don't know. I don't believe we mentioned it, but Tiramisu's normal style will be added to Manifestation Weapon Discovery. So. Is that bit of news? Then Daisy will have her will be able to encounter Daisy's Another Style, Perthievi. Finally, the last thing we're gonna say before we go, we actually do have one more campaign. We have another contest, another chance for you all to interact with another Eden, and this is one that I'm super excited about. I really can't wait to see all of your creativity here. So we have the cat design contest, and in addition, starting today, we are accepting submissions for Another Eden Art Contest 2024. Submission period is today through March 21st, 2:59 p.m. as usual. Let me go over some of the kind of terms of this art contest. So first, use the hashtag AEArtContest2024 on your social media of choice. For the English version, it would be Facebook or X, Twitter. Make sure to follow the submission rules of the language block that corresponds to your country or region or residence. We will have more information about this. We'll be posting about it on our social media, and we'll be linking. There will be a special web page that has all of the rules that you need to know for this. So please check that out to make sure you fully understand the rules. The medium is pretty free. The medium is up to you. It just has to be Another Eden themed. So it could be an illustration, origami, stuffed animals, anything handmade, clothes, short stories, musical performances, etc. Whatever you can imagine, you're Another Eden creation. That it's your choice, your medium of choice. So we are looking to see. We can't wait to see what you all come up with. Very important. Any entry that uses AI-generated materials, whether that's images, videos, text, audio, like anything like that, partially or entirely are not eligible for this contest. So please do not submit anything that uses any sort of AI assistance or AI in any way. Here are some of the guidelines, submissions, as well as awards that you can receive. So the submission period is between February 22nd, 11:30. That's pretty much now, I think. March 21st, 2024, 2:59 p.m. UTC. And what can you win? Let me tell you. 2 winners will win the grand prize, a hand-drawn illustration from one of Another Eden's designers, as well as a Japan 7-year anniversary poster. All of these posters, the anniversary posters, are the same size. It's a B2, which is 19.7 by 27.8 inches. As well as an Another Eden Art Contest 2024 Grand Prize Trophy. One winner will receive the Hirasawa Producer Prize, which will include a Hirasawa Producer Prize trophy and the poster. One winner will receive the Koike Producer Prize, which will include the Koike Producer Prize trophy and the poster. And the special award, which around the office, I've been calling the Scott Award. Nobody else is calling it the Scott Award. It's just the special award. There will be 10 winners. You can get a special award trophy. If like special is carved out and like Scott is carved in, like, it was like that when it was not like that when we sent it. It's not our fault. We're not responsible. But you'll get a special award trophy and the Japan 7-year anniversary poster. The results will be announced around April 6th. Maybe not exactly, but sometime very early April, probably around April 6th. Once again, for details on how to participate, examples of work, submission rules, etc., please refer to the contest website, which will be posted on our X, Twitter, and Facebook after this live stream. Looking forward to the end stream. I am too, Nipsky. I am too. That's we've done this before, and it's always really exciting to see the creativity of this community on display. Speaking of this community, thank you to this community. That does it for this edition of Another Eden Live. I told you it would be short and sweet this time. There is a lot going on and a lot to look forward to. People with calendars may be aware that there's a special date coming up in just about a month and a half or so, and so we'll be looking forward to that. But I may speak to you before then. We'll just see how it goes. We're trying to see if I can maybe come out a little bit more often than I did last year. That's all still being decided. But either way, I enjoy spending this time with you. And is it Scott's birthday? It's actually shockingly close, but no, it's not. But anyway, that all does it for this edition of Another Eden Live. Please send in your cat designs and your art entries. I very much look forward to seeing them. But until next time, I will see you. I will see you later. Please be kind to each other and have a great day.